2025 NFL Draft Prospect Profiles continuing. Aireonte Ersery, left tackle from Minnesota. Man, he's a big boy. I really like the prospect of him. Same as some of the other ones. A lot of other ones in this draft class, though. The shorter arms, the smaller hands. It's kind of the dominating theme of this class. And it makes you kind of wonder how many of them will get put inward at guard. Ersery is one that can handle the bull rush. He can handle those guys. He's got good lateral agility. So he's one of those that can handle the outside and play tackle as well. But for the Bears' fit and scheme, I really like the idea of taking him, putting him at left guard, and letting him be next to Braxton Jones, our tackle. And if Braxton gets injured or something happens and he needs to move to the outside, then you can move him over. Kind of the same concept I said with Wyatt Milam. I'll get into all that in just a minute. But if you look here at the top, his comp, his number one comp, according to NFL Draft Buzz, Trey Smith out of Tennessee. Interesting. So here's where everybody has him going. Draft Tech, Todd Mache, CBS, they have him going very high at the end of the first round. I actually agree with that, and I agree with that because I see him as very, very, very similar placement as Kelvin Banks and Will Campbell. Now, there's a big gap with most places saying Will Campbell, Kelvin Banks, top 10, top 15, top. I put him right there with them. I've got all of them right there at the mid to late first round. I'm saying I would take him as a Bears fan anywhere in this 25-ish range all the way to, mid to end of second round. I'd take him anywhere in there, depending on how you feel he would fit your scheme, because he's such a good run blocking and pass blocking tackle. For the Bears, I would shift him in to guard. I'll get into that in a second with some of his feed here, some of his video. But you can see not a lot of pressures any one of these years. Only 12 pressures allowed, 13 pressures allowed, 12, 20, 10 pressures allowed. Overall, 35 pressures allowed in those 3 years at Minnesota on all these opportunities. So that's very good. Nothing to hesitate or worry about there, but mostly his size is such the big advantage. 6'6", 330 pounds. But like many of these guys, only 34-inch arms. And in fact, even at the Senior Bowl, he actually measured bigger. He's 6'5.5", so almost 6'6", and 339 pounds. So he's actually bigger than they had originally put him that there. So video, I'm going to do a little bit different here. I'm going to do something a little bit different for this one. I'm going to take you straight down Twitter's feed on this prospect. Aireonte Ersery, to me, is probably the best tackle in this class. Now, his arm length isn't any different than Kelvin Banks or Will Campbell's, but I think as a pure tackle prospect, he can play tackle still, but would probably be better set to move into guard. And so I'm just going to take you down some of Twitter's feed here, unlike some of the other ones. So here's some of the reps against Abdul Carter. We'll let that play here for a second. But you can see he handles pretty well. He's got really good lateral agility, so he can get out to the outside. He gets beat a little bit on pass pro set, so I think moving him into guard might be a little bit of a better option for him because he can struggle against some of those speed rushers that come off the outside, like Abdul Carter. Now, moving him inside will help. He still has the lateral agility. He's just got to work on some of his inconsistencies with some of the stunts and blitzes. But the things that he has struggles with are things I think can easily be fixed with NFL coaching and just patience. You're not going to start him day one at tackle, but I would feel extremely confident starting him at left guard day one next to a tackle. Some of these guys that you force into left tackle day one, they struggle with that rookie season because they weren't quite NFL ready, but they had really good prospects. They were really good at the college level. Ersery is built like an NFL tackle, a huge size. But you see the comp on him? The comp on him is interesting because the comp on him is none other than our fan favorite, our Bears fan favorite of Trey Smith from the Chiefs. So he's built just like Trey Smith. So right there, 6'5", 339 pounds, 9 3/8 hands. So he's got a little bit smaller hands. Well, there's him against Mike Green. We'll see in a second. He handles against Mike Green, and they're saying he's rising board, so he could go in the first round. So here's Landon Jackson. Oh, this is Mike Green first. We'll just let this roll. So there's against Mike Green, handles him pretty well. He doesn't ever get real bull rushed. He's got a good base already, and that's one of the biggest things sometimes you have to work with at the NFL level is that base, and he doesn't get bull rushed very often. He handles his own. he can get hit pretty hard and hold up. So I love him as a tackle prospect. But starting him guard day one is probably better. And then if Braxton Jones doesn't get re-signed, we can kick him out. Karan can continue to develop. One of these guys can come through. I mean, there's options. So I like the idea of drafting him. The problem is he's probably going to go at the end of the first round, most likely. There's so many good prospects at the end of the first round, beginning of the second round. If he fell to 39, I would have no hesitation. Say we take a nose tackle or an edge in the first round, and then we let him, if he drops to 39, he would definitely be on my big board. Draft him. Start him at left guard, right there with Braxton. If Braxton gets injured, you can kick him out. Same type of thing I was saying about Wyatt Milam. You can kick Wyatt Milam out to tackle if Braxton got injured. If anything happened, you've got options there. You're still developing Karan as well. So, I mean, there's just so many good options when you look at these guys. So this is against Donovan Iziraku, who I like as well. Handles him really well right there. So some of these littler guys are no issue for him. It's just the speed rushers get into his chest just a little bit. So here they say he's as advertised. Man, I really like him a lot. He's a good prospect. He's good. So he's probably just going to go before we have a chance to get him, though. But he is a Tevin Jenkins, a Trey Smith. He can get out to the next level really, really well. When you watch him on run blocking schemes, man, he can get out there almost better than anybody. So hear from this guy, whether Minnesota's offensive tackle Aireonte Ersery sticks at tackle or whether he's best served inside at guard. Honestly, it's going to depend on the scheme. Regardless, the dude is a butt kicker. When he gets his paws on you, good luck. And I agree with that assertion as well. So here's some more of him at the Senior Bowl. So, big boy. Man, he moves big for a big boy. He's quick. I really like him a lot. He's one of my... I would have him right up there with Kelvin Banks and Will Campbell and probably above them as far as the Bears fit and scheme for him. I think he's really, especially for the run game, he's a really good fit. That was him handling Landon Jackson. So, I mean, really good prospect. I really like Aireonte Ersery. So, big boy. Big boy, and it'd be a good fit. We could stick him at guard and have some big guards. You see how these teams are having bigger guards? We signed some of these littler guys, and they kind of get handled a little bit. And some of you guys say that same thing about Coleman Shelton, that Coleman Shelton's too small at center. Center's where they need to be the smallest. They need to be more agile and quick. But on the inside of the guards, you want those big guards that can move quickly, get out for the run blocking schemes, and still have a good base for pass pro. And I think Aireonte Ersery is perfect for that. So I would love to start him at left guard this year. If something happens to Braxton, you can kick him out. Or he can stay there, and Karan can come in if he develops. There's just so many good options. I really like this kid. This is a good prospect to me. Love the prospect of this kid. So we'll see what the Bears can do. The problem is I just don't see him falling into a range where the Bears would get for him because he's too late in the first or too early in the second. If he fell at 39, great. Or, maybe the Bears do feel like inclined to trade up from 39 into the late first if he hasn't gone and go after and get him. We'll see if the Bears fall in love with him like I have. But I really do like him for the prospect of filling that left guard. I would like him more than Tyler Booker at left guard. Yes, I know that's a shocker to some people, but that's kind of how I feel about him. So, good prospect. Let me know what you guys think, though.